Deposed former Premier Thaksin Shinawatra still has a final fight on his hands to get hold of UK soccer team Manchester City, excuse me, not Man U. I don't know my English football. $40 million the price tag there. He still has to pass a fit and proper person test to get the ultimate nod from the board, but soon may be fighting political charges at home. Prosecutors in Thailand charging him and his wife with improper project approval, share sales, and the like. The military junta that ousted him has frozen nearly $2 billion in assets. Joining us for more on the political situation during our Thai Focus Week is Dr. Reuben Mondejar. And you're looking at Thaksin, not Reuben. There's Reuben, City University of Hong Kong, joins us on the show today. Good morning, Professor. At this point, they still need to pass another hurdle, I think, in early July to find out whether the charges are bona fide or not before they actually try to drag Thaksin back. He has said that he will return to fight the charges. Is this a plus or minus for Thaksin to actually have an avenue or have a venue in the judicial process?
Well, it's a plus in the sense that now the generals can really prove whether it's simply just the generals against Thaksin or whether Thaksin has really done something wrong. So they have to really prove this in court. I mean, this is a plus for Thaksin in the sense that the first flaw is to see that the generals and the Prime Minister, they're not speaking the same language. The Prime Minister says, I'll guarantee his safety, but the generals say, we cannot guarantee his safety. That's already a plus for Thaksin. So it just means that the generals and the current government, they really don't know what they're saying.
It sounds like a three-ring circus among the military. It sounds like they're completely disorganized. And, you know, when it comes to a court of law, it comes down to the letter of the law, and you have to be on message. And it sounds like they're so discombobulated, it's going to be a very tough case dragging Thaksin and his wife down.
Remember that they have had already 15 years of democracy. So the military tradition of running the country has been lost. So they're, you know, trying to get it back now. So, and they have a very big issue to deal with now, which is the integrity of the constitution that they're trying to present to the public, to the people, and the coming elections. Whether these are really true, you know, constitution and elections that will be, is this an elections with a real contest? Is this a constitution done by people that really has Thailand at heart, or this is like a vengeance?
Would Thaksin get a fair hearing in a court of law in the kingdom? Are they completely, is it a completely independent judiciary, or with a military government now, has it taken on some sort of semblance to a kangaroo court?
Very big pressure for them, because Thaksin is in the UK now, and UK is a country which probably has the most strict extradition kind of rule. So they really have to prove that this Thaksin really did something very wrong, which it seems he is very confident the way he's behaving now. You know?
He says he'll go back to face charges. They may not need to extradite him back to Bangkok.
Yeah, but again, they have to. The generals are afraid that once he might ignite a people power of sorts. So they have to balance that.
It was the scenes out of Bangkok the other week were very surprising in many ways. I think you saw the same pictures that we saw coming out. Thousands of people gathered together nighttime in front of the Grand Palace there, and he was like a rock star.
That's right.
He was like Bono on this huge flat screen from his home in London, telling people to basically, you know, not so much pick arms up in revolt, but basically to stand fast and stand together with him. The fact that that even happened, that was a bit of a shocker, wasn't it? What was that all about?
Yes, and again in the weekend, the 6,000 came again to demonstrate for Thaksin. So I guess there's a gap that has been left unfilled, which is, okay, these are people who in all these years, only Thaksin was the Prime Minister that really responded to their needs. So then that's all gone now. And what do they have now? Generals who claim that they have the King's approval to replace Thaksin with this system. And the system is not working as yet.
Right. One last question on Thailand before I throw in the Hong Kong issue over the weekend. You know, they broke up his party. He's banned from politics. They could have left it at that, but instead they froze $2 billion of assets, and they want him to answer charges like this. I mean, are they nailing it a little bit too hard because people could revolt if they feel that Thaksin is getting a raw deal? To what extent is people power going to play in
I
this
think
story?
you just said the right word. They're nailing him too hard, and it's like a trap. I think Thaksin is waiting for them to just go deeper and deeper to make fun of themselves, to let them get into like the sort of dead end that they are getting into. Because remember, after after 9 months, they really have not proven anything. The economy is still, in a wait and see. The investors are very scared. Then really they have not put in a new process for democracy.
Okay. One last question before we let you go, Doctor. Over the weekend, we got our new cabinet here in Hong Kong. No real surprises. Henry Tang moves from Financial Secretary to Chief Secretary. John Tsang moves into the FS space. One person that caught my eye was Tsun Tak-sing, the former 67 riot inciter, rabble-rouser, anti-colonial government leader, who's actually in the cabinet now as well. He's Mr. Donald Tsang has faced accusations that he's picked too many like-minded people, not enough diversity in this cabinet. Do you share those concerns?
Well, I think that we have to give it to Donald Tsang that he wants to move in a comfortable zone. And because of that, he gets people from the civil service. Now, why is Tsang Tak-sing there? Well, I don't think that there is anything wrong in that. I think that's even good. Politically, it's probably one of the best moves that we have done recently, which is to put someone which really Beijing can say that is their boy.
Okay. Professor, you have a good week, okay? Very interesting week. Have a nice handover celebration, whatever you're doing on your own time. Reuben Mondejar, City U of Hong Kong, joining us for Political Chat. And we'll be right back with more. We'll hear from the Indonesian Trade Minister right ahead.